this computer. Okay, Suzanne, you may start now.
Why the shell of a tortoise looks cracked? A long time ago, a tortoise and a duck were great pals. They lived near a pond in the forest. They lived near a pond in the forest. The water in the pond was always cool and clear. The two of them spent a lot of time together playing in this pond. One day, the weather started to change and there was a spell of drought. All the vegetation in the forest could not survive the dry weather. The land was now very dry and dusty. Even the pond started to dry up. The tortoise and the duck were very sad because they could no longer play in the pond. The pond had dried out with almost no water left in it. This is very unfortunate, said the tortoise. Look at the pond now. We can't play there anymore. What's worse is that we can't find any water to drink anywhere. If the drought continues, we will surely die of dehydration, said the duck. Said, my dear friend, we should move to another place far away from here. The tortoise was unsure. He said, but I can't travel a long distance. You know how slow I am? How am I to keep pace with you? The duck remained silent for a while. She was thinking of an answer. I won't leave you here to die, my friend, she said. Why don't we fly away to another place? Are you crazy? How can I fly? Asked the tortoise. The duck started laughing. Relax, my dear friend. I will find a small stick. You just bite the stick tightly and together we will fly out of this place. Are you sure that will work? I'm ready to try it out, replied the tortoise. After finding a stick, the duck briefed the tortoise on what he should do. We will fly out tomorrow morning, but you have to follow a few conditions. The tortoise wanted to know the conditions. You must make sure never to open your eyes and your mouth while we are flying, said the duck. That's not difficult to do, replied the tortoise. Just don't leave me behind all alone in this forest. You are my only companion. Okay, I am ready to fly out. Now take the stick that I am holding in your mouth. Bite it firmly when I take off. And remember not to open your eyes or your mouth, said the duck. Soon both of them were in the air. First they flew across a river. The tortoise was so excited that it was able to fly. After a while, they were flying over a village. some of the children playing their spotted duck and the tortoise. In their amazement, some of them started screaming, "Hey guys, look at that tortoise flying up there!" When the tortoise heard the excitement among the boys, he felt very proud of himself. Then he heard the boys clapping and cheering. "Hooray! It's so amazing to see you fly, Mr. Tortoise." The tortoise was so pleased with the cheering that he wanted to thank the boys. In his excitement, he had forgotten two conditions that the duck had told him to follow. The tortoise opened his mouth, and what do you think happened to him? What do you think happened to him? As soon as he opened his mouth, he lost grip of the stick, but the duck flew forward, still holding onto the stick. The tortoise was no longer able to fly or even to stay in the air. Fly or even to stay in the air. As he was dropping to the ground, he felt hopelessly sorry that he had opened his mouth. When he hit the ground, shell cracked and he was injured in many other parts of his body. Since that time, the shell of a tortoise has always looked like it is cracked. The end. Thank you.
Very good. Everybody clap. Oh, and this one. Okay, why were the duck and the tortoise unable to play in the pond? 为什么那个鸭子 tortoise and the duck and the tortoise 不可以在那个 pond 玩呢 ？Brandon, why? Then you answer. Tell them why.
Drought season.
What is drought season?
A dry season. Everything dry. A dry season. All is dry.
Why is it like that? Why is it?
Dry.
Why everything is dry?
No more water.
No water because not raining for many days. Okay.
I'm able to play in the pond.
很多天没有下雨，所以那个水池就没有水了，池塘就没有水，所以的 unable to play in the pond， 不能在水池玩。Question 2. Why did the duck and tortoise decide to move to another place? Marlies, why the duck and the tortoise? Okay, finally they make up their mind. Okay, here is no good anymore. No water in the pond. We have to change the place. 我们要换地方住了。为什么？就是没有 same 咯 the answer 直接 answer。Same answer.
No more food.
No more food.
没有水。
又没有
Water dry up.
Water dry up. You see, not having enough water in the body, that will dry because no water, 没有水 dehydration. Dehydration. Okay, 没有水，身体会干掉的，没有水，没有水喝，没有食物吃。Third question, why did the duck tell the tortoise not to open his mouth? 可以用华语啊？为什么鸭子的 duck tell the tortoise cannot
会跌下来？
会跌下来，嘴巴 OK 会跌下来 ，it will fall OK。Question 4. Why do you think the boys were cheering for the tortoise but not for the duck? This is a good question. I like this question. 为什么他们看到乌龟在天那边飞，他们会 cheer up， 他们会很开心，会 praise， 会称赞乌龟，又没有称赞鸭子的呢？ Why didn't they praise the duck? Just praise the tortoise.
Ducks can
Tortoise cannot fly, so it's amazing that the tortoise fly.
Anyone?
I do.
Yeah, both the duck and the tortoise are flying.
Because they never see a tortoise fly before.
That's why. Okay, this class is to J Street. Very logic. Okay, this is the answer. Is the answer true?
Fly before.
The tortoise.
Susanna, is J Street answer correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, because
Yes.
a tortoise has no wing. It's supposed cannot, but it's supposed it can't fly. It can't fly. 它不能飞的. Okay, so whenever you see a tortoise flying, sure you will say, "Wow, it's amazing! How come a tortoise can fly in the air?" And the duck. But teacher have a question here. Why is that the duck can fly? Duck normally can't fly.
The duck has wings.
Oh, have wing. Okay. Some but maybe can
Wow. Ducks can fly.
Duck can fly. Okay. Some maybe some ducks. Wild ducks can fly. Oh, wild ducks can fly. Okay. Maybe just for a short distance. Did you know about that? Chicken also can fly. Some chicken. Yeah, but a very short distance. 短一下子就不可以了的，因为
Eagle can fly just like the bird.
good at flying. Okay, question 5. Why did the tortoise open his mouth? Okay, the duck already have remind the tortoise, hey, you better don't open your eyes, don't open your mouth while we are flying in the air. 我们飞的时候，你千万不可以开眼睛，不可以开你的口。为什么呢？为什么？开眼睛，开口会怎么样 ？What will happen if open the eyes?
会弄到云。
会弄到云 ，OK？
不会弄到云，它会掉下来。
掉下来 ，OK？ Because when we go back to the slide, you see? You see? Now they are flying in the air, right? So the tortoise is not holding, is not grabbing the stick by its feet. 它没有用它的手，没有用它的脚去抓着这个 stick， 它用嘴巴。嘴巴一开 ，once the tortoise open its mouth, it will drop, it will fall. Okay? That's why you cannot open your mouth.
飞很高，等一下跌下来。
等下会跌下来。为什么眼睛也不可以开呢？为什么 ？Why the duck say you cannot open your eyes also?
因为会弄到云，因为吓到。
High up, very right there, high up.
J3, your answer is correct. 会吓到will feel afraid. Okay, but because tortoise is not used to flying in the air, so when it look down, it's so high. So it will feel afraid, will feel scared. When feel scared, it will let go. It will let go, not biting the stick anymore. Then it will drop. What is the? Any more question? Okay, question 6. What do you think the duck would have said to the tortoise at the end of the story? 你觉得那个鸭子到最后
fall down fall down
鸭子会 fall down 咩 ？The duck will fall down.
The tortoise.
他说鸭子会跟 tortoise 讲什么 ？What do you think? 你觉得鸭子它会跟 tortoise 讲什么？ would have said. 他会跟怎么讲？子珍 answer 了，子珍。
不要开眼睛，不要讲话。
最后哦，最后的时候哦，子珍啊 ，Can you
不要
answer？
开嘴巴，不要开眼睛。
It's dropped already. It's dropped already. 子珍 what is the the answer for the last question？
壳就破，
我们
壳就破。
we wait for 子珍 to have the answer. Okay, tell us the answer. Her. It could be the answer could be a lot. Okay. 它已经跌了，乌龟已经跌了，乌龟已经跌下来了。
破掉。
You didn't listen to my
Yes,
advice.
yes, this is what your mommy always said to you. 啊，你的妈咪每次跟你讲 ，OK， 上课的时候专心 ，pay attention so that you can do your work. Teacher also always say like that. You see? Okay, I asked you to focus, asked you to listen, you didn't. Now you cannot do my work. So the dog will say the same. You see? I asked you to listen to me. Do not let go. Don't open your mouth. You didn't listen to me. Now you see you fell. You drop. You injured and crack your shell. See or not? This one is usually what the adult will say to their children. Okay. Okay, I think here enough. Injured, hurt, drought, a dry season because of no raining for a long time. Vegetation is plants and tree. Survives, able to live through a dangerous situation. 可以生存。Dehydration 没有干掉 ，not having enough water in the body 干掉身体干掉。Briefed 是short summary a short brief 怎么提醒讲一样东西很快告诉你。Companion 是伙伴partner。Spotted 看到咯，看到 spotted。Where's my slide？ 不见了的。
黑黑的看不到东西了。
OK spotted 看到Scream shout loudly with a sharp voice like teacher always scream. OK 早上 like that scream 大声喊scream。Grip 就是抓住紧紧to hold tightly。Injured 是受伤 ，they hurt. Okay, and show. Thank you, Zizan. Okay, so close my PowerPoint.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Zizan. Give her a good story. Should listen to advice. So from this story, children, I hope you have learned. 别人讲的话，别人给你 advice 呢，你要听咯。不听的话，就好像乌龟这样跌了下来。If you didn't do,
它壳就会破。
I want to see that big one.
So second. Okay, let me stop spotlight. Suzanne. Okay, let teacher control my screen first. So now I spotlight who is number 2, Brandon Su. Brandon Su, teacher spotlight Brandon Su. Replace spotlight.
Number 3 is Stephanie.
Brandon, you are in my screen. One person. Security. I will. Children, please please mute your mic. Mute all.
Because stop.
Stop for a long time already. I stopped for a long time. I'm stopped already, right? The recording? Yeah, stop for a long time already.
No, I still can see the record one.
Me too, Stephanie too.
Stop 了我的 recording 咩？
还没有 start 你的 recording。
哦